Hello, friends. This is Owen White. I'm excited to be heading together to Israel here in just, about 4 weeks or so. It's going to be an amazing time. But as you are all very well aware of some of the circumstances, I am really bummed to be having to even make this video. I'm sure that by now you have all heard that um, Ben and Marcy are going through some pretty challenging days. I know that they are unbelievably sad that their plans have had to change so drastically. Um, I'm not exaggerating at all when I say that one of my big excitements about this trip was that I was going to be able to have the opportunity, alongside of all of you, to be able to get to know Ben and Marcy more. They are an incredible couple. They're an incredible family, and I can't even really adequately express how much this stinks. Part of me is kind of dumbfounded, asking God, why is this happening? Yet there is the other part of me that is choosing to remember that even when I don't understand, I am still called to trust in the Lord with all my heart. In fact, I'm told to not lean on my own understanding. At times like these, God is thankfully very willing to hear our questions and our frustrations. But we also know that at times like these, we can and we should be placing our lives in His hands and trusting that as we are those who love Him and we know we are called according to His purpose, we continue to trust that He works all things for the good. So we do have that we can rely on today. We're going to keep lifting up Ben and Marcy in our prayers. I know that Ben and Marcy are definitely wanting us all to remain steadfast in our excitement of what God is going to do in and through our lives on this trip. So we have to, in the midst of feeling sad for Ben and Marcy and being concerned for them and praying for them, we continue to press on in knowing that that God has great things in store. Even for Ben and Marcy, I'm believing in some way through this process they will be drawn closer and closer to the Lord, and even if that's kind of hard to see at this moment. So Ben has asked me to step into one of the roles that he was going to play on the trip. He's asked me to step in as a pastoral presence on the trip. That'll mean that while we're journeying together, I'm going to be happy to be available to help with our times of prayer, worship, scripture reading. There will also be the time when we are at the Jordan River that I will be able to baptize some of you who have expressed a desire for that to happen. We're also really grateful and blessed to have a couple of other pastors on the trip with us that will be able to help out with this process. Pastor Chuck Melton and Pastor Matthew Wagner, and so we are available to all of you through this time in any way that we can help pastorally speaking. Ben and Marcy, I want you to both know that you're going to be really, really missed on our trip. We are going to continue to commit to praying for you during this really hard time, and we together will continue to trust in the Lord. And as we do, we will watch and be amazed at how He'll direct our steps. I just want to leave you with one more one scripture that has been stuck in my head ever since I first found out about this trip and began raising funds. And I believe it will continue to be an amazing promise for us. And this is Psalm 84, verse 5, that says, "Blessed are those whose strength is in you, whose hearts are set on pilgrimage. I can think of no greater blessing than the blessing of God on our lives. And as we have our strength in Him, as we have our heart set on what He is about to do through our pilgrimage experience, we are going to experience His blessing. And I hope that that excites you as much as it excites me. Thank you for taking the moment to just hear this update from me. And if you have any questions, you can email me at westchesterpastor@gmail.com. Again, that's westchesterpastor@gmail.com. And we'll look forward to this together. But let's continue to lift the Lees up to the Lord and our trip up to the Lord. He's going to do, He always has done, He is doing, and He will continue to do great things. Amen.